guys, today we are talking heels. We love them but we hate them. It's every girl's story. Oh, I want to wear heels but they hurt so much. We just keep them for special occasions because they are painful, but we're girls, we can't help ourselves, we love them. So this video is called how to strut in heels and not how to walk in heels, because that's what you do when you wear heels. A lot of people think that they're gonna walk in heels like how they walk in flat shoes, and it's not the case, because you're using different muscles in your legs and you're having a different walking experience. So you strut in heels, you walk in flats. I don't know how to do many things, but I do know how to strut in heels, okay? Let's start off by identifying the different types of heels. You have the wedge, the chicken heel, which are very thin and skinny and should be left to the professionals, quite frankly. The chunky heel, nice and chunky and are really good for beginners. The platform heel normally has the platform here, which basically creates support so that the impact on your foot is not as severe. Basically, it just creates a bit of support. They're also really good for people who are beginning to starting to walk in heels. This is another type of platform heel. The platform is visible here and it's not as big as the other platform heel. The kitten heel are normally associated with strappy sandals. They're just basically a teeny little heel. First things first, when it comes to walking in heels, posture is absolutely everything. You can't be heavy-bodied and slumpy and slouchy when you're walking in heels, because basically the slouchier you are, the harder it's going to be to walk in heels, because you're actually creating more of a heaviness on your feet. The more upright you are, the more taller you are, the lighter you are on your feet. So you've got to stand up straight. You've got to make sure your shoulders are back. You've got to make sure your head is high, and you've got to make sure your body as a whole is just basically nice and tall and not like this. Before you get out there and you start strutting in your heels, whether they be platform or wedge or kitten, whatever your heels that you're going to be strutting in, make sure you practice on a hard surface in your house. A lot of people think that practicing on the carpet is a good idea. It's not, because the carpet surface is soft and you're always going to feel like you've mastered it on your carpet, because you're not really getting the full impact of how it's going to feel when a heel touches a hard ground. So practice on a hard surface. So your kitchen, normally kitchens have like wood, or your bathroom, because you want to actually feel the realness of the impact on your foot when you're out there strutting. Let your feet do the leading. Okay, so many times I see people walking in heels leaning forwards and like their feet are behind them. So their body is here and their feet are back there. That makes you look heavy-footed. I watch so many Sex and the City episodes that I think I mastered how Kerry basically made walking in heels or strutting in heels look so easy. She led by her feet. She let the feet do the leading. It means you need to lean your shoulders backwards. You need to have a straight posture, and you need to let your feet be just that little bit more ahead of your body. So it looks like you're sort of walking at an angle, and it just looks like you're gliding basically, rather than stomping. In flats, our body is very much straight, but when you're walking in heels, you do need to give off that impression of a more elongated body and a more sort of gliding effect. The strutting effect, basically. Take medium strides. Don't take little teeny strides, because that's gonna look like you're struggling. Don't take massive strides, because that's gonna look like you're just rushing to get out of the heels and you're just gonna look weird. So you want to try and make sure your feet are as close together as possible. Your next foot should start just where the last one finished off. So you're keeping your feet very close together, and you don't want them to like stray apart, because that's when it just looks awkward and weird. It's not quite a catwalk because it's not that. They need to be pinned in front of each other. They need to be right in front of each other. They don't need to be like that. They just need to touch one another. So the heel starts where the toe finishes. It doesn't need to be right in front of the other foot like a catwalk. Allowing one arm to swing actually helps you balance your body. Creates a shape when you're walking that looks slim. And swing your hips as well. You swing your hips because actually that is helping you gain your balance. A lot of people walk dead straight when they're walking in heels. You can't. You have to swing your hips, you know, because there is a swinging motion going on. Your body's catching a balance every time that one step touches the ground. So swing your hips, girls. That's how Naomi does it. For goodness sake, don't show that you're in pain. It's so weird when people are wearing heels. Nobody forced you to wear the heels. And then they look like they're in pain and they're walking like they're in pain. Do not ever allow people to see you looking like you're in pain when you're in heels. It's either you're gonna wear heels and strut, or you wear your flats and walk comfortably, okay? If you're wearing heels, maintain that face of, I got this. I am not in pain. You know, stand up straight, smile. If you have to, just keep it moving. The thing is, there is a lot of pressure. Your entire body weight is basically balancing on the top half of your foot. You are in pain. But if you keep moving, if you keep making sure that you're busy or moving around, you feel that less. It's the moment you stand still, that's when the pain kicks in. Everybody has felt that when they've been at a party and they've been dancing in heels all night and they haven't even realized that they're in pain, and they stop at the end of the party and they're like, oh my God, my feet are killing me. Because all of a sudden you're aware that all that pressure is going on the front part of your foot. So just try and keep it moving as much as possible. Clever women always carry flats when they are wearing heels, okay? It's not realistic. You can't go all day in heels. It's not gonna happen. Carry flats that possibly can fold and fit into your bag. Make sure you have them so that the moment those heels start to kill, clever people just take off their heels, put them in their bag and call it a day with the heels and put on their flats, okay? Don't lie to yourself that you're gonna walk in heels or strut in heels all day, because it's just not gonna happen. Not even Kerry Bradshaw from Sex and the City can strut in heels all day. She has to go and meet the girls and sit down and rest her foot at some point. Remember, you strut in heels, you walk in flats. So keep that in mind next time you're wearing heels. Strut, 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 strut. Like, just keep that in mind. Have a little beat. And then it will just make you feel like, right, Naomi Campbell time. Got to work it. No matter whether you're in the office or at a party, make sure you strut in heels. I hope this video has been helpful. I really enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.